Abaddon Online. Recapitulation. 5 pods from Venganza retrieved successfully. Database recall. 50 pods are necessary to activate Stratocracker cleansing device. Assessment. 25 pods are secured. 25 additional pods are needed. Begin enemy submarine analysis. The Siren's Song. Pilots. John Pine and Joan Oakes. Inordinately devoted to the conservation of species, especially those that are not human. Occasionally illogical, over-emotional, and hypersensitive. Have been known to embrace foliage. Submarine sponsored by non-profit donations and bumper sticker sales. Pilots met in the Arctic Ocean while blockading whale harvesting vessels. Pair were chosen to pilot the Siren's Song due to tenacious enthusiasm for preservation. Enemy arsenal, standard complement of torpedoes, forward-firing sonic, deadly offensive limited photon, hail of intuitive nature, dolphin weapon. That's what that means? Really? Sonic, deadly offensive limited photon, hail of intuitive nature. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Well, this is interesting. Now I gotta remember that it actually told me what the hell that means, so I can go back in the Earth Hope video and say, hey, here's what it means! Thanks for holding on to that information for me this long, critical depth. Assessment. Avoid prolonged contact due to behavioral habits. And welcome back, Rick. Everything good to go? Sensory input. Additional energy pod radiation signatures detected in the Indian Ocean. Action. Initiate battle mode sequence. Destroy interference. Acquire energy pods. Had to put on the dad pants. Indian Ocean. Latitude 40 degrees 40 minutes east. Longitude 30 degrees 60 minutes south. Well, the whole crew still watching with you, Rick? And once more navigating these annoying tunnels. Alright, well I got a pod, so we're good in that respect. I don't know where anybody is. I love how his files are more extensive than anybody else's somehow. Which means either he hacked like... Abaddon hacked like a really extensive computer database. I don't know what the other possibility is, but it also makes me wonder exactly how much Dr. Apocalypse knows that he just didn't talk about. Because it's one thing for Abaddon to do the hacking on its own, which it never specified that it did. It's another thing for Apocalypse to have programmed it ahead of time with this knowledge. And I'm wondering about... Oh, hi. Here's a reunion we've been waiting for. Hey, boss, I quit. As soon as I can get through this tunnel. Yep, this is the match we've been waiting for. If I can fucking find him. I want my last paycheck. Well, you know, he could be assessing fitness for them all, but the thing is, according to him, there is no other fit besides him and Evelyn. So, you know, what really is there to look at? Other than, you know, to other than to prove his own hypothesis, and in that case, he's a bad scientist because he's supposed to approach it with impartiality or impartiality. You don't test a thesis intending to prove the thesis. You test the thesis intending to see what the result is, and then redefine the thesis if need be. Abaddon Online. Recapitulation. 5 pods from Indian Ocean retrieved successfully. Database recall. 50 pods are necessary to activate Strato Cracker Cleansing Device. Assessment. 30 pods secured. 20 pods are needed. Begin enemy submarine analysis. Lockjaw. Pilot. Jack Lockjaw Keon. Highly arrogant, avaricious, philanderous. A prime example of why humanity needs to be felled. Enemy arsenal, torpedoes, jaws of death mechanism. Assessment, moderate threat. Terminate with extreme prejudice to serve as an example to other humans. Begin enemy submarine analysis, the Anarchy. Pilots, Venganza Liberation Organization, Captain Miranda and Ojada. Self-proclaimed protectors and crusaders for their homeland. Self-destructive tendencies due to overzealous need for vengeance against their perceived oppressors. Enemy arsenal. Standard complement of torpedoes, fragmentation mines. Assessment, incompetent. A non-threat barring serendipitous circumstances. Ouch. Sensory input, additional energy pod radiation signatures detected in the Arctic. Action, initiate battle mode sequence, destroy interference, acquire energy pods. Now the interesting thing there is Abaddon named all 3 of the CIA agents in the Manta. He did not name Miranda and Ojada's 2 fellow VLO soldiers that were appearing in the Anarchy, or maybe it was 3. I forget which. I forget how many of them were in the ending, but she didn't. But it didn't name the other soldiers. Interesting. The Arctic. Latitude 8 degrees 50 minutes east. Longitude 85 degrees north. It also didn't mention that it was approaching Dr. Apocalypse's fortress in this stage, so... I don't know, maybe the, yeah, how it got the information on the secret agency is interesting, but maybe that's a bigger threat than the insurgency. I didn't have a pod, then why do I care about you? Answer, I don't. Thank you, Miss Nadel. Dang it, I lost... Okay, I got him again. Yeah, God only knows how it would survive this without the shielding and the... Oh wait, I've actually taken damage. I thought I got the invincibility code in too. Wow. going to grab this at any rate so they can't. I know the NPCs can grab weapons. I'm pretty sure they can grab health too. But either way, why chance it? I'm up there. Oh, you again. How many times do I have to prove that you're not the big bad? Okay, now we blunder around for the... Never mind. I was like, how am I ever going to find the entrance? And as you can see, Abaddon is the one and only Abaddon, and it has no need to destroy the Stratocracker, so we skip that boss. Abaddon Online. Recapitulation. 5 pods from the Arctic retrieved successfully. Database recall. 50 pods are necessary to activate Stratocracker cleansing device. Assessment. 35 pods secured. 15 are needed. Begin enemy submarine analysis. The Archimedes. Pilot. Professor Harry Armstrong. A self-styled intellectual with adventurer behavior. A flair for invention. While he has shown some promise as an archaeologist, his penchant for overestimating his abilities is a primary vulnerability. Also, a history of celibacy decreases his likelihood of genetic propagation. Enemy arsenal. Torpedoes coupled with specially self-created underwater liquid fire thrower. Assessment. A respectable threat. Be wary of engagements. Begin enemy submarine analysis. Bottom liner. Pilot. Captain Dana Nadel. Capitalist, industrialist, strong desire to acquire riches at any cost, arrogant, stubborn, ruthless, takes it up the ass, doo-dah, doo-dah. That was for you, Rick. Enemy arsenal, cash, capital accumulating super hydro beam, weapon and standard torpedoes. Assessment, moderate threat, destroy as circumstances permit. Sensory input. Additional energy pod radiation signatures detected in the Coral Sea. Action. Initiate battle mode sequence. Destroy interference. Acquire energy pods. I'm so glad you were here when they came up. That wasn't going to be quite as funny without you there. The Coral Sea. Latitude 150 degrees east. Longitude 20 degrees south. I'm starting to sound like the robot voice I'm using. It's starting to sound like when the Game Grumps did Doki Doki Literature Club and gave Monica the robot voice. I'm like subconsciously slipping into that. And I'm stuck on a cabana. God damn it, Colt. Okay. Change plans. Okay, French Joe and Soviets. They had no time to deflect that. I love it. And I think that is a turtle. Thank you. Oh, you're in here somewhere. Are they actually in this pool, or... Oh, I can see the lights. Yeah, it looks like I was hitting them. Oh, and it looks like when the torpedoes hit the water, they just skim on the surface. Interesting. Never really noticed that. Well, Abaddon is waking me up to a whole new perspective on things as far as this game goes. You know, it's too bad he wants to kill me. Oh, hi, Chris. I didn't realize you had left. I'm sorry. Were you here for the line I just read about Dana? Please tell me you heard that. Yeah, he was doing Abaddon was doing another one of his clinical assessments of the competition. He got to natal, and I stuck the natal takes it up the ass doodah in there. Abaddon Online. Recapitulation. 5 pods from the Coral Sea retrieved successfully. Database recall. 50 pods are necessary to activate Stratocracker cleansing device. Assessment. 40 pods are secured. 10 additional pods needed. Begin enemy submarine analysis. The Stalingrad. Pilots. Severe 3. Diehard Soviet sympathizers Captain Admiral Peter Komarov. Co-pilot General Alexei Komarov. Co-pilot Minister Boris Grinkov. Large in ideals, lacking in personality. Large in ideals, lacking in practicality. Seek the return of the Autocorrect. Seek the return of the failed Soviet Empire. May have turned to gluttony to ease their frustration. Enemy arsenal. Torpedoes, plus a unique ability to ram enemy submarines with considerable force. Assessment. A moderate threat. Engage only as necessary. Which is the exact opposite of what I've been doing with them this whole time. Begin enemy submarine analysis. Ohm. Pilots. Order of Nishrok High Priests. A key element of their religion appears to be a strong tendency to dress in strange robes and exchange secret handshakes. They superstitiously predict the end of the world is at hand. Unknown to them, the activation of the Stratocracker device will see that their prophecy is fulfilled. Enemy arsenal, an inexplicable energy arc of massive power. And standard complement of torpedoes. Assessment, respectable threat. Signs of divine intervention in their handiwork. I will seek to avoid involvement. Sensory input, additional energy pod radiation signatures detected in the Mediterranean. Action, initiate battle mode sequence, destroy interference, acquire energy pods. I need to spell check myself, apparently. Mediterranean, latitude 10 degrees east, longitude 35 degrees north. Yeah, I'm as much as a AI can respect a physical being, I suppose. Oh, I have a pod I might be able to get to ahead of everybody else, if I'm lucky. Oh, it's down there, okay. No, you don't. Okay, yeah, you do. Alright. Lockjaw on Dr. A. Oh, I gotta get a pod from Dr. A. Well, this is a red letter day. Red letter A. Okay, I only have 2 pods. Fucking A. Today's destruction is brought to you by the letter A. And what the hell? Figures I get a brand new viewer and it's a freaking bot. Oh my god, wait, is Abaddon trying to hijack the stream too? By followers, primes, and viewers, I'm fairly sure that's not legal, is it? Or at least something that could get your account banned. And thank you for that, Rick. The irony of that showing up while I'm playing a AI that wants to destroy all life is not lost on me. Are they inside the Acropolis there? Yeah. I got 2 of them. Where's the third? Where the hell's the third? Oh. Sitting right there on the damn ground. It's Saturday Night Live with Goat Boy. Okay, those things took out the eel. I guess I should feel kind of flattered in a way that I've started to attract the attention of bots. Yeah. Abaddon Online. Recapitulation. 5 pods from Mediterranean retrieved successfully. Database recall. 50 pods are necessary to activate Stratocracker cleansing device. Assessment. 45 pods are secured. 5 are needed. Begin enemy submarine analysis. La Griffe. Pilots. 3 French oceanographers on a quest to earn the respect of their peers. Their insistence that the energy pods are actually biological organisms is counter to this purpose. I note that each scientist is indistinguishable from the other. Perhaps all were born of the same parents. Enemy arsenal, torpedoes plus a crushing mechanical grip. Assessment, extremely low threat, though subject is likely to perceive itself to be an extremely high threat. Begin enemy submarine analysis, the Death Sled. Pilot, Joe Scullion. While subject has a strong tendency to assume the guise of an incompetent hippie, evidence supports a hypothesis of considerate ability. Potentially may be an otherworldly intelligence in disguise. Enemy arsenal, standard complement of torpedoes, control-inhibiting psychodisc device. Assessment, the possibility that this pilot may be of greater than human intellect precludes that I approach with extreme caution. Sensory input, additional energy pod radiation signatures detected in the mid-Atlantic. Action, initiate battle mode sequence, destroy interference, acquire energy pods. Well, I was thinking, like Marcel Marceau, possibly. Transmitter, latitude 15 degrees east, longitude 28 degrees north. I noticed none of them look like Jacques Cousteau, which is clearly what they're based on. Or who they're based on, I should say. Oh, and Dr. Ray's in here. That's good, we can have our final showdown. Okay, just sit back and enjoy the chaos, everybody. He was coming towards me, jaws clamping, and then they hit it with the stun, and it just turned over like a dead fish. When a man loves a shark. I'm going to do my best to save Dr. Apocalypse for last. Let's see if we can get rid of Mordred Corp. Okay, and now we have our final battle. And that was goddamn pathetic. No wonder Abaddon is better than you. It's interesting to me, we started this so long ago with Dr. Apocalypse, and now, close to the ending, we have Abaddon. And here we go. Cephalopod message intercepted. Ship's computer translation attempt follows. The klaxon is sounded. Alarm, alarm. Activated. The final threshold has been. The masters contacted will be. Prior to the summoning transmission, final test of metal must now occur. Assure the primacy of the callers. Guardians and sentinels defend. Automated warriors release. The klaxon is sounded. Alarm, alarm. Destroy the invaders. The cephalopods can't take a huge amount of damage between them, so I have a feeling this might be a reasonably quick fight. I think one of them's down already. Oh, you'll see. I love the fact that you've learned to put reward in quotation marks given everything we've seen. Yeah, let's just stand back and forth and steer here. Okay.
time, and we have heard your call. By activating our threshold devices, you have demonstrated that you possess a reasonable degree of intelligence, and thus have proven yourselves worthy of our presence. We have perceived your intentions and desires from across the void, and we shall reward you accordingly. Prepare for our arrival.
Okay, let me just switch to the screens here, and I'll go ahead and read this off. As an emotionless machine programmed to destroy, you have endeavored to fulfill your objective of cleansing the Earth of its human population. Unfortunately, your logic circuits did not foresee that the activation of the Stratocracker device would succeed not only in killing all the humans, but in destroying you as well. This lack of ability to accurately predict the outcome of events is evidence that you are, as yet, insufficiently developed. We will remedy this by removing your central processing unit and sending it to a robotics lab for analysis. Perhaps there you will realize your full potential. So, I know that's somewhat open to interpretation rather, but I look at that as a good ending, actually. Because not only is the human race going to survive, but also Abaddon is potentially going to become smarter and even more self-sufficient, which means it could potentially become a more beneficial machine. And it could be actually something that works with humanity as opposed to trying to destroy it. So, all things considered, I look at that as a good ending, or a beneficial ending, I would say. This episode's unplanned obsolescence was made possible by Mike Panza, Rick in Baltimore, Viceroy Scorn, Diode, Jumpy Cat, Shin Majin, the post-production contributions of Matthew Carr Anderson, and all my organically intelligent lycanthro fans. Thank you very much for your continued support. Until we game again.